All right, can you guys hear us?
Yep, we can hear you.
All right, we're going to open up a brief statement with Coach, and we'll take some questions after that.
Yeah, appreciate you guys jumping on. Want to acknowledge our fans that came out. Really appreciate the group that was able to make it over to Lawrence and support us. Not the way we wanted the season to end, that's for sure. Just had a hard time knocking down shots today. I felt like the first 7-8 minutes, I felt like Kansas threw the first punch, and we just didn't play with poise and pace that we needed to, and then we settled in and started knocking down some shots, and just couldn't maintain it. And then give Kansas credit. I think Brandon's done a really good job, and that's a team that probably, if they don't get beat by TCU, they're in the NCAA tournament. Their top five are really, really talented with the size inside with Tiana Jackson. But then they've got the guard play. They can knock down threes. They can get to the rim, and they defend really, really well. But their starting five is very tough, and I felt like they threw the first punch. And I thought we fought back and just didn't have enough, and not our night offensively. That's for sure. Had a hard time knocking down shots.
Robin, what's the message to your group of girls in the locker room after this one?
Yeah, just, I think at this point in the season, everybody hurts. And it takes time to process. And I don't know that, any words are going to completely take away the sting. And that's okay to an extent, but just how much I love them, that, not to forget that basketball is what they do and not who they are. And I'm proud of them. I think they've been great role models. They've been great ambassadors. They showed up every day and went to work for us. And it's not what any of us wanted, but it's a special group of young ladies. And it's okay for it to hurt, but don't forget the lessons that were learned and who they are as individuals, because they are much bigger than just basketball players.
Walking off, for the last time with a player like Haley Troupe, what has she meant to this program?
Yeah, a lot of emotion. Such a loyal kid. Especially in this day and age. Just she's been through the fires and she's never wavered. And I think just a great role model, a great ambassador for this university. Just every day showed up in that locker room, was a tremendous teammate. I know somebody that's impacted a lot of people's lives, including my own. And I'm really excited to see where her career goes. I think she's leaning towards getting into coaching, and I think she's going to have a really bright future in that profession.
Robin, when it comes to Jackson and Franklin, what were they doing that was so difficult to defend, and how difficult were they to game plan for?
Yeah, well, Jackson's 6'6" and all of it. And so, it was it's a little bit of a chess match. When we have our traditional five in there, she's just a rim protector. And, we talked a lot about being able to attack the basket, but it's got to be with the mindset that you're going to transfer that advantage for the dump down or try to draw two and have those kickouts. And when we went smaller ball, pulls her away from the basket a little bit more. So you have a few more opportunities going to the rim. And it was a chess match of what direction we want to go. Obviously played a lot more small ball. But she's really good. I mean, she's a all Big 12 player for a reason, leads the country or second in the country, I think, in blocks and top 2 or 3 in rebounding. A bright spot. I thought we did a decent job on the boards. I think that was a bright spot for us. There wasn't a lot of them tonight. They certainly had our number, and we didn't shoot the ball exceptionally well. But, the other thing I'd say about Prater, or 25, Chandler, just a really aggressive physical kid. I think her and Tiana Jackson do a really good job working their high-low and reading off each other. Both of them really explosive and really their starting five, I think, up and down, as good as any starting five out there.
I know in the first quarter you went down 7-0 and kind of rallied back a little bit behind, I think is that lineup with Judd Gilbert and Sarah Rose. I mean, when you put them in there, what did you see that they did to kind of help you claw back a little bit? And then how did Kansas respond after that?
Yeah, you're just hoping to settle in a little bit. You talked to them on the bench, and I think they saw that our execution just wasn't very good, and we were playing in a hurry instead of trusting the fact that these are the kind of teams that we play against all year long. And I thought they really guarded us hard, and we had a tendency early on just to try to do too much too fast instead of trust the ball movement and the flow of the offense. And I thought they came in and did a nice job. I mean, for Judd, I thought her minutes were really good for us. I thought, Caitlin plays with such good pace. She can push in transition, but plays with really good pace in the half court. I think she just continues to get better and better for us. But, after that, we did have some really pretty good looks for us, and it wasn't our night. They weren't falling for us. And I think Kansas shot the ball uncharacteristically well from the three.
Robin, you mentioned, how good it is for a team to go through fires together. I know it stings right now, but when you move on from this game, is the message is that there can be growth from this and from this season as well?
Well, definitely. I think you are 100% accurate. It's hard. It sucks. But you have to feel all the emotions if you're going to use it to propel you forward. And it's really hard to get ready for the WNIT. Our goal all year long was to be in that NCAA tournament. Felt like we were close, but we didn't finish a couple of games that we needed to. You had Tennessee at home, multiple games where, it was a 2-possession game late in that fourth quarter. And we're probably 3 games away from finishing 5th in the league, but it is a game of inches. It's a game of inches. And, you got to find a way to just keep fighting and battling through that. So it does sting. It's a lot of emotions, and you've got to feel all of it if it's going to propel you forward.
Robin, as you start to transition to the offseason a little bit, what are the next kind of month or so going to look like for you?
Yeah, we'll hit that portal pretty hard. We've got 4 really, I think, talented players coming in. I think they add great athleticism, size, and depth. So we'll be, deeper at each position. But I think it's going to be really important that we grab a couple out of the portal. And you want to be careful. You want to make sure they fit your needs. And but I think last time I looked, there's, I think, over 400 names already in the portal. And so we'll have end of the season meetings, evaluate strengths and weaknesses, and make sure we're recruiting trail hard. We'll also hit that JUCO Nationals. So it'll be individual meetings, some team meetings, and obviously recruiting.
We'll take 1 or 2 more if you guys have.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about the players that aren't coming too. I mean, you mentioned I know how talented those are. I mean, I was watching Grace a couple weeks ago in the state tournament and whatnot. And how do you balance those 4 young players coming in with the need to get back to the tournament and kind of help develop them right away?
How do we balance? I'm sorry, I didn't follow you. So sorry.
No, yeah. I mean, obviously the goal is to go back to the tournament. I mean, how do you kind of balance their development while also kind of focusing on the biggest goal, which is getting back to the tournament?
Yeah, 100%. That's the goal, and that's what needs to happen. There's no doubt about it. But I think, like I said, I think we're adding athleticism. I think we're adding size. I think we're adding depth. And we've got work to do in the off season. And, it's on all of us. It's on our returning players. It's on us coaches. And so we've got to continue to put in the time and put in the work. And honestly, as a staff, we're going to have to flip everything upside down, evaluate everything we've done on the court, off the court, and be willing to make some changes. But I'm excited. I mean, right now I'm not. Right now I'm bummed, and my heart hurts for these girls. But when I think about our kids coming in and the off season, I think that's it's going to be a big one for us. I think we all know the expectations, and I'm committed to making sure that happens.
Anybody have one more?
Yeah, I'd just like to get one more recap of, Avery and Ashton, their freshman season. How would you put a bow on that?
Yeah, I think Ashton had a heck of a year for us. I think you saw some signs of the potential for some pretty special things to come from her. I think she's a fierce competitor. She hates to lose. She's got big hopes and dreams, and she's going to work her tail off in this offseason. But I think a year of experience and having so much playing time under her belt is absolutely huge. And I guarantee you she's going to come back hungrier than ever. I think for Avery, I am so excited about her. I think that kid competes, and she's, we've got to clean some things up and polish some things, but I love how hard she plays. It was unfortunate early in the season that we didn't get her some more minutes when Mama went down. And, I think that could have helped her a lot playing behind Mama and Caitlin, but she is a kid that's going to compete. She's going to compete in the off season, and she wants to be on the court. And I love her motor. I love her tenacity. I love her work ethic. And I think she's got a chance to be really good for us as well.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Hey, you
Robin.
guys, I really appreciate you. Thank you for everything all year long. So you guys have been amazing. And please know how much we appreciate you.
Thanks, Robin.
Yep.